Have you ever been caught in a spiral of thoughts that just won't stop? A moment of silence turns into a battlefield in your head. You replay something you said yesterday. You worry about something that might happen tomorrow. You try to figure it all out, but the more you think, the heavier it gets. That is overthinking. And it can feel like a trap you can't escape from. But what if you could step out of that trap, not by solving every problem in your mind, but by seeing the mind differently? The Buddha once said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." And that truth reveals something powerful. If our thoughts can build cages, they can also open doors. Many people confuse overthinking with problem solving. We believe that if we just think long enough, we'll finally find the answer. But in reality, overthinking rarely gives us clarity. Instead, it creates a fog, blurring our sense of direction and filling our hearts with anxiety. Have you ever caught yourself replaying a single conversation over and over? Wondering what you should have said? Imagining every possible reaction the other person might have had? That's not clarity. That's mental noise. And the more you feed it, the louder it gets. The Buddha compared the mind to water. When the surface is agitated, we can't see what lies beneath. But when it's still, everything becomes clear. Overthinking keeps the waters of our mind churning. Every thought, every doubt, every what if adds another ripple. And unless we learn to pause, we'll never see beyond the surface. At the root of overthinking are two powerful forces, fear and desire. We fear making the wrong choice, so we go over every possibility. We desire a perfect outcome, so we cling to past events, trying to rewrite them in our minds. But as the Buddha taught, attachment is the root of suffering, including the attachment to our thoughts. Imagine holding a rope tied to a heavy stone. The more you tug on it, the more exhausted you feel. But if you just let go, the tension disappears. Overthinking works the same way. The burden comes not from the thoughts themselves, but from how tightly we grip them. So how do we release that grip? It begins with awareness. The Buddha said, just as rain enters a poorly thatched house, untrained thoughts enter an unguarded mind. But when the mind is mindful, those thoughts pass like clouds in the sky. They don't stay. They don't control us. We simply learn to watch them come and go. Next time you notice yourself spiraling, pause. Take one slow, conscious breath. And instead of diving into the thought, just say silently, "This is just a thought. I don't need to follow it." That simple shift creates space to breathe, to choose, and to return to peace. Overthinking isn't just a habit. It's a pattern. And like all patterns, it can be rewired. Here are 3 ways to begin. First, label your thoughts. When your mind says, "I'll fail," or "I'm not enough," step back and say, "I'm having a thought about failure." That distance reduces its power. You are not your thoughts. You are the one observing them. Second, shift focus to what you can control. The Buddha asked, if a problem can be solved, why worry? If it cannot be solved, worrying is of no use. Action brings clarity. Worry brings confusion. Do what you can, and let the rest be. Third, return to the present moment. The present is rarely as frightening as the future we imagine or the past we regret. Feel your breath. Notice your surroundings. Hear the sounds. This moment is real. The rest is memory or projection. Thoughts are like flowing water. When you don't try to catch them, they keep moving. But when you cling, when you grasp, resist, or overanalyze, you suffer. The Buddha used the image of a burning coal. Holding on burns you. Letting go heals you. Overthinking is like holding that coal. Painful. Exhausting. Unnecessary. So let go. Let the thought come. Let it pass. Trust that clarity isn't something you chase with more thoughts. It's something you uncover when you stop trying so hard. Your mind is powerful, but only when it's quiet enough to hear the truth beneath the noise. Peace doesn't come from controlling every outcome. It comes from surrendering to this moment, exactly as it is. The Buddha's path was never about running away from the mind, it was about understanding it, training it, freeing it. So if you find yourself overthinking, remember, you are not broken. You are simply caught in a habit that can be unlearned. You don't need to solve every thought. You just need to stop chasing them. Take one breath. One pause. One small step into stillness. Because that's where peace begins.